He was nicknamed Mr. Lucky, Freddie Cool, and Boom Boom due to his driving ability off the tee. In the gentleman's game, we can only be referring to one player, Freddie Couples. Fred makes the game of golf look so easy. The unique swing, the distinctive cool, the easy smiles, and the easygoing gait, as if there's nowhere he'd rather be than bashing balls around a golf course and pouring in putts. Freddie has had a thriving golf career and has a staggering net worth of $125 million. From some of the most luxurious cars in the world to expensive mansions and multi-million-dollar sponsorship deals, Fred is living the life that many celebrities can only dream of living. Want to know the best part? He just keeps getting richer and richer. Stay tuned to the end, and there's a lot more you really want to know about the Boom Boom. Birth and early golf. Born on October 3, 1959 in Seattle, Washington, Frederick Stephen Couples has competed on the PGA Tour and the PGA Tour Champions League. The former world number one has won 64 professional tournaments, most notably the Players' Championship in 1984 and 96 and the Masters Tournament in 1992. Fred's dad, Tom, had some Italian blood, while his mom, Violet, was of Croatian descent. His paternal grandparents immigrated from Italy and decided to change the family name to Couples from Coppola, so it didn't sound too ethnic. Tom was a groundskeeper for the Seattle Parks Department, and the family, including Fred's brother, Tom Jr., and sister, Cindy, lived in a modest house on Beacon Hill. At a tender age, Fred would practice golf at the Jefferson Park Golf Course, which was much easier judging by its proximity to his house. But unlike most of his peers, Fred was self-taught, as he never took golf lessons or hired a swing coach. He graduated from O'Day High School in Seattle in 1977 and proceeded to the University of Houston on a golf scholarship, where he played as a member of the Houston Cougars men's golf team. Freddie's PGA victories. Freddie's first PGA Tour victory came in 1983 at the Kemper Open at Congressional Country Club in suburban Washington, D.C. He played in the final group with Chen-Zi Chung and Scott Simpson. The three finished almost an hour after the previous group on the course. Despite the rounds of 77, 77, 76, Couples, Chen, and Simpson finished tied for first, along with Barry Jekyll and Gil Morgan, who had finished their rounds a couple of hours earlier. Fred scored a birdie on the second sudden death hole to take home the title. In addition to Fred's Kemper Open win, he won another 14 PGA Tour titles, including 2 Players' Championships in 1984 and 96, and the 1992 Masters Tournament. Couples was named the PGA Tour Player of the Year in 91 and 92. He was also named to the United States Rydercup team a record 5 times in 1989, 91, 93, 95, and 97. In April of 1986, when the World Ranking Points system debuted, Couples became the first American golfer to rank number 1 in the official World Golf Rankings in 1992. He spent 16 weeks at the number 1 spot after a fantastic start of the season. Couples is associated with so many monikers, one of which is Mr. Skins because of his dominance in the skins game. He won the event a record 5 times, 1995, 96, 99, 2003, and 2004, and accumulated over $3.5 million and 77 skins in 11 appearances. Fred's worst career moments. But despite having a fantastic career and always putting up a smiling face in tournaments, the pro golfer endured his fair share of tragedies throughout the years, especially in the 90s and 2000s. According to Golf Digest, Fred's mother died of cancer on Mother's Day in 1994. 3 years later, he lost his dad to leukemia. Amid these difficult times, Fred was also going through divorce with his then-wife, Deborah Couples, in 1993. 9 years later, Deborah committed suicide by jumping off a building in 2001. Couples later wedded Thace Baker in 1998 but lost her to breast cancer in 2009. The 63-year-old would later tie the knot with his longtime girlfriend, Suzanne Hanneman, doing so in golf attire. And the duo seemed to be living a lavish lifestyle. Well, if you've lived in a mansion worth $3.4 million, then maybe you can relate. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more interesting golf content. Couples, real estate, cars, and sponsorship deals. Fred has always had the habit of buying and reselling his homes. In 2009, the pro golfer listed his 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom La Quinta home for $4.195 million, but reduced it to $3.95 million after failed attempts to offload the property. He would eventually sell it to none other than Jerry West, a former NBA player. The 4-bedroom home features a 1,000 square foot garage and a Mediterranean-style construction. It also has 5,200 square feet of living space, a swimming pool, a spa, and a half-acre of land just outside the property. Although it remains unclear how much West paid for the mansion, it definitely wouldn't have been less than $3.9 million, which on its own is a great deal after purchasing the residence for $3.07 million in 2009. In 2020, it was reported that Freddie had sold another home, this time in Newport Beach. He had originally purchased the residence for $3.47 million in 2015, before eventually selling it for $3.25 million. This meant that he accepted a considerable loss on the sale. The 5-bedroom mansion lies close to the Pacific Ocean, and it's not a distance from the University of California, Irvine either. As you might expect from a professional golf player, Freddie's former home sits smack dab right in the middle of the Big Canyon Country Club, one of the nation's most exclusive and expensive clubs. The pro golfer is a hard driver on the fast lane as much as he is on the golf course. Fred is probably Mustang's biggest fan, as he owns 4 of the brand's products, including a 1970 Mach 1, a 68 GT 500 Shelby Cobra, a 66 Fastback, and a 68 GT 350. He also owns a convertible Mercedes 280 SE valued between $60,000 to $70,000. Crazy, right? But not so crazy as what he did when he started developing back injuries. You see, Fred was having recurring back pains, and what he did in response to the problem shocked the golf community. The World Golf Hall of Famer splashed over $90,000 on a Jaguar XJ simply because the front seats were perfect for his aching back. Well, that's not much of a responsibility for a man currently on a sponsorship deal with brands like Echo, Mitsubishi Electric, Bridgestone, Berenberg, Jaguar, Cadillac, Titleist, Antiblock, and Ashworth. Fred Couples is quite a big spender who has a knack for purchasing the choicest properties, owning the rarest car collection, and spending lavishly when he has to. If you enjoyed this video, you just have to click on the video showing on your screen to find out how Ricky Fowler splashes his millions on insane things.